It's a national story now percolating right here in Chicago. Allegations brought forward in a federal lawsuit by children now grown up, and some of them are from the Chicago area. They were sent to a residential treatment program at a place called the Lord's Ranch in Arkansas.
That's where they claim they were sexually and physically abused by staff. The faculty at the facility, is now shuttered, but some of those now suing told their story to CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini.
How old were you when you got sent to the ranch?
15.
This Chicago man was one of hundreds sent away to a residential treatment center and reform school called the Lord's Ranch. Were you getting in trouble when you were a kid?
Yeah, like you become a product of your environment.
He says he was sent away from his neighborhood gangs to the remote town of Warm Springs, Arkansas, to this sprawling, secluded, and spiritually based ranch. It is here where he was supposed to get rehabilitated and schooled. But he says this beautiful setting hid horrific abuse. The worst, he claims, perpetrated by a man he should have been able to trust the most, the head therapist, Emmett Presley. So the first time he started to do something inappropriate was before basketball?
Yes.
He says he was preparing for basketball practice when the abuse started in the 1990s. He was changing into his uniform when Presley suddenly showed up. Presley talked by phone with the CBS 2 investigators and says the accusations are absolutely false.
We would try to help me apply this ointment, and I would just look and be like, okay, why are you in here right now?
And that's the first time he touches you?
Yes, sir.
And yeah, he grabbed my pants and pulled it down and exposed me.
This is another Chicago man who says the same therapist sexually abused him soon after he got to the ranch in the early 90s. He was just 10. So within a month of being at the Lord's Ranch, you already...
Yeah, we took my innocence, yeah.
Again, Presley denies the abuse allegations. So you're 10 years old, you're being abused, and how long does that go on for?
Until I was 15, 16, where I can fight and really defend myself.
Both men wanted their identities protected. They are just two of dozens of men and women now coming forward claiming abuse occurred at the ranch in the 80s and 90s. Children either sent there through the juvenile justice system, their public schools, or by child welfare agencies.
We represent over 45 former residents.
Chicago attorney Martin Gould says the list of victims coming forward has grown since his firm Romanucci and Blandon filed a federal lawsuit last month.
This was sex trafficking funded by state and local governments.
The ranch owner, Ted Sewell, was convicted of unrelated federal bribery charges in 2016, and the ranch was permanently closed. President Trump later commuted his sentence.
I believe there was probably hundreds of former residents that were sexually, physically, and or emotionally abused at this facility.
DCFS and the Board of Education were actually funding children to go there.
Illinois DCFS was setting them, Chicago Board of Education, the Audi Home, Henry Horner Center, and the Lord's Ranch would send staff to Chicago to these places. They'd be handing out pamphlets.
Along with the accusations of sexual abuse, these men say some children were physically abused by security guards. They would restrain kids?
Oh, definitely. I've definitely been restrained.
What do they do to you?
Their restraint method was to lay you face down flat. They would grab your arms from behind. It helps you lose air. Definitely, you could pass out from it, but also you could break a limb too as well.
He says as children there, they also quickly learned speaking out just caused them more problems, so many kept quiet. These men talk about being threatened and say they and others were kept at the ranch even longer than they were supposed to be. They both say they never went to police, and while Presley is named in the civil suit, he was never charged with a crime. What did that do to you?
It traumatized me, for one. Man, it hurt.
What would justice be for you?
I would say justice is definitely holding that place accountable.
When I spoke with Emmett Presley, the former ranch therapist, he said the allegations in the lawsuit are absolutely false. A lawyer for Ted Sewell, the owner of the ranch, says the Sewells strongly deny these false allegations and are looking forward to their day in court. We'll stay on it. In Chicago, Dave Savini, CBS 2 Investigators.